Alright, so here are the piles. Again, pile 1, pile 2, pile number 3. So pick your pile. And we are gonna start with this. I'm gonna put pile number 2 and pile number 3 over here. So we'll do them later. Put the one right back there now. Take a little sip of coffee. I'll first open them up and then we'll take the coffee. So we're gonna put these guys here just like that because we're gonna look at that later. First things first. So every house represents something different, and also I'm using different decks together. I always do that. They always work very well because I like to check different things, and so I use this very big spread which gives me a lot of information that I'm interested in. So I'm not interested in knowing the stupid stuff. Oh, what color are your size and all that bullshit. I'm interested in the real spiritual stuff and how people can actually be helped through that. So, um, this deck down here is the Akashic record deck, and this gives a complete snapshot of what's going on right now in every aspect of your life, and then this is what's sort of either starting to become or will, and this is your future. So I like to look a little ahead. I'm using the chakra tarot there because that also gives me an idea of what chakras you may want to work on, what's working for you, and all this good stuff. So it kind of gives you a snapshot of what's really going on, which is nice. And then I use oracle cards because they're just an add-on. So it's a big production. So tune into your heart when you choose a pile and pick with your heart, not with your brain, and follow your intuition when you listen to the messages, and only accept and pick up and listen to the messages truly meant for you. The ones that are not meant for you, you'll just forget about, move on, and not worry at all. They'll just help you relax more and more. And with this premise, you're now in the position of the driver's seat. Take responsibility for your life, your actions, and the kind of messages that you pay attention to, because you're a co-creator in your life and your future, and you can do whatever you want as long as your mind can conceive it, you can achieve it. So focus on what you want. So here I see someone who has people around who are sort of like thinking of themselves and may appear sometimes as if they're your friends or on your side, but maybe they're a little selfish and just looking out for themselves. And I think you are aware of this and it's bothering you. So you're feeling like, you don't have a way out, sort of thing, maybe. But you do. This is just one of your lessons to learn and realize who your family is, and how, ask yourself, how would a kid react to this? Because they're usually pure in their reaction, and the younger they are, the more divine still they are, in a way. They haven't been corrupted by these human ways. But you are moving on, I think, has or you already have from this pattern. Like everything else is really good. You're going through a peaceful time, things are working out for you, but you still have some lingering feelings, and I think this may be something to do with past love and how you're not able right now to let someone in your life. You want to, but you're not sure. Most likely, it's a good idea to let things evolve naturally, and maybe work on the past things that may be tainting this experience for you right now wrongfully, because there is no real reason. There is no bad stuff going on. It's really more about you letting go of past pain and letting go of what wasn't working for you, and doing it with a solar disposition, which I think you're kind of like a fire sign, a lot of you who chose this pile, and your partner may be very much water based, and you're definitely someone who likes to enjoy life. You can be a little materialistic at times and too focused on that. But I mean, it's also how our society has been built, and you may have some squabbles with people, but all in all, really, for you right now, it's about learning to tap into that solar power you have inside of you. The sun comes up twice, so everything will work out just fine. And the person, because you are such a very strong personality, I think I kind of feel like a lot of you will be like Aries or Leo more than Sagittarius. But you know, and so especially his Aries, you're a cardinal sign. You're very much um, you know, your presence is felt. So some people may have troubles adapting to that. So you are called to do a little more introspection and use your um, words, your actions, your feelings, to be warm and kind. Don't buy into the pendulum, like to each action there is a reaction. Don't react, only act. And that's how you'll find your peace. And allow the new love to come in at your own pace, but don't be scared based on past. It's just not worth it. And if someone has a loved one has passed away, or you get messages from spirit guides, they're saying, I'm standing right next to you. So you're not alone, even when you feel alone. And then look, abracadabra, with wings, fantastic good fortune and lucky chances are coming your way. Self confidence, strong self belief, and a sense of worth. That's how you are. Um, because that's a good thing about you. You're you keep going. You're not someone who lets things drag you down, except when you feel someone really, is trying to hurt you, because you're not really that way. So you're a straight shooter, and usually you don't backstab people. And perseverance, also, the motivation to keep going despite the odds. That's your very good sign, and keep doing it. Just maybe use a little more heart, in the sense that use more your solar power. Don't buy into wanting to, the ego stuff. That's why I'm saying it. It's like it may be materialistically, you're like showing off maybe with friends. It's nothing really crazy. It's more, just little childish bullshit that you can definitely ignore and rise above. Rising above is the best thing. And you have a lot of like third eye and, throat chakra here mainly. So you got like five from there, and then the heart and the solar plexus. The solar plexus is because you're actually very powerful in the solar plexus. So you need to tap into your heart, and that will allow you then to tap into, the third eye, which is seeing beyond what your two 3D eyes can see. And your throat chakra is about how you talk about yourself in the world, and it's reflected toward you. So if you want good fortune and you want people to love you, then you have to be that way yourself, basically. So don't be a bitch if you don't want people to be a bitch with you, sort of thing. Just to say it, you know. And the universe is telling you love is the reason. So each person in your life is there for a reason, and that reason always has something to do with love. Like me, the universe. So again, it's saying the same thing along those lines. So take it or leave it. I would suggest you do meditation, and the eco-meditation is great, as I put it up there in the comments. And also, it's really awesome when people use things like, um, you know, tapping, Reiki, anything that puts you in coherence with what's around, you know, and that puts you in a situation where you feel you're coming from your higher self. That's all there is. I'm just mixing these cards in case I need to pick them for the next pile. That's for pile number one. Also the clear quartz wand, which was the stone associated, is for your crown chakra, and it works on any chakra really, but it's direct energy, to focus energy. It's super healing. I use this. If you roll them in this way, they actually take away physical pain. So when I do healing long distance, I apply it to the proxy I'm using, if I'm using a proxy, or I just mentally do it. I work a lot with my eyes closed and I just connect. So we all do things differently according to our own skills, our own natural, innate ways of doing things and communicating and seeing things. Alright, so this is gonna be the pile number two, and that's the rutilated quartz, and I am going to write down the number there. So I'm gonna put it over here. It's really beautiful. It's really healing, and again, we're gonna do these guys later. And let's lay these babies out. I'm sorry, I just keep picking because I keep getting the runaround. Alright, what do you want me to choose here? Alright. So I think a lot of people here are... There's a lot of different... All kinds of people chose this. All kinds of signs. I think a lot of you are air. but it's definitely water and fire and earth. There's lots going on here. But basically, you're someone who is always expanding, and you're now having to take decisions when it comes to work and your life, and it's important that you take them. So look at what decisions you need to take and start paying attention to it. You have solid people around you, your mom. You have made a good um, community around for yourself, or you're working on it, and you may even have children coming up in your life, even though you may think you're a little old for that. So, and your partner, I think it's gonna be a fire sign again. And they usually take a little bit of time to come around the children. They don't like to commit. But this one will. And you'll have a good time together. There's gonna be some rocky things going on. I think that's a career. You may have to be a little bit on the lookout in terms of career. Again, it's because you have to take some decisions. And I think what I get here is that you need to follow your heart. You need to stop worrying about stupid bullshit that you can't control. And you just need to understand that you are most likely a very powerful healer and someone who can really, you know, you're very clairvoyant, and you just don't want to accept it. And you don't want to allow this to come in your life. And you may have someone like a Scorpio in your life, and there's twice, but you're also going through a big change. So I think it's related to a Scorpio in your life who is either a friend or someone close to you who has been troubling you, and now you need to sort of move on and allow things to evolve the way they need to, um, with a heart. It doesn't mean getting rid of them. You just have to stop allowing this person to control you in a way, because I think that's what's going on. Their negativity is affecting you, it's hurt you in the past, and it's basically stopped you from, you know, just tapping into your heart and your power. They're taking away your power. So you need to be patient. I'm looking way ahead here, but I wanted to see. You just have to let go of, I think, trauma and stuff that this person did to you, like in the past. And this person is no longer doing that, I think. Things have actually changed. So you have to sort of get on with the program and allow yourself to see that, things have evolved. You definitely have a lot of lower chakras here, where I see it's your power point, it's the solar plexus, is where you're having a little bit of troubles, I think, and possibly your sacral, which is relationships. So it's definitely, this may be an ex-lover even, but it's definitely to do with interaction with other beings, other human beings, and people you love and you've had experiences with. But it's time for you to, let go of things. Sometimes there is that missing element, and it's okay. You don't have to, you know, be hard on yourselves. You can just accept that things didn't work out. Maybe you're better as friends, or, you know, I think once you allow things to happen, you will be able to get out of this spell where you have been for a while because of the past hurt you may have experienced, which is not even showing up here at all. It's just showing up a little bit here where, there's a bit of struggle with letting go of stuff in the past, taking decisions, allowing good fortune to come in. Like, you are at the point where you can really have everything you want. You just have to tap into it. So if you're not tapping into it, the question I would ask myself is why? What is really stopping you from, going into your full potential and just living the best life that you would like to live? If you have a loved one that passed away, the message here is I have no more earthly worries. So they are happy where they are, and again, sunflowers, really, really nice. The magic cards are saying the festival creates an energetic blueprint for a fantastic party or event. And again, I mean, that is showing up in different ways, even up here. So yes, you definitely will be around friends and family. Breaking bad habits, that I can also see it here. You may be a little, in this habit: self-acceptance, excellent mental health, and letting go of vices. Some of you may have, it could be a vice of being addicted to a person or a habit. Even it doesn't have to be an actual addiction, like we usually intend to. There's all kinds of addictions. And then triple spiral is listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. So I think it's pretty important that we see that, the heart chakra again is showing up. You have to allow yourself to be kind. The Princess of Cups is all about you will learn throughout all these tribulations. Basically, your lesson here is that you need to learn to accept and love yourself for who you are, where you're at. And you can go through a lot of pain before you learn it, or you can just understand that this is your lesson and do some tapping, do stuff that actually helps you achieve that. And it's not really that difficult. And again, I do these kind of sessions online because I am allowing you guys to call in, to be part of it, to talk about your problems, and I'm giving you a platform where you can get help without spending money. Of course, if you want to donate to the channel, I'll never say no. I'll say thank you because we all need money. However, I'm not doing it for that. So don't feel you can't call in just because you can't donate or you weren't gonna. No, absolutely. So if they once love you, they still do. This is the universe telling you. Thanks for every single time you ever fell in love. Whether or not it was obvious, whether or not it lasted, and whether or not you were loved back, it changed everything. Actually, you're always loved back. You changer the universe. These cards are so funny and silly. I love them. But basically, they're telling you the same thing, let go of what no longer serves you, the old ways of thinking, and realize that being on the lookout doesn't mean that shit is coming your way. It just means that, when the pendulum swings back and forth, you can choose to be part of that swinging, or you can just take yourself out of it altogether and say, no, I'm not gonna react. This is what you do, that's not what I do. And you're just gonna start acting from your heart base center and your higher self. And so whatever you do is going to be for the best, not for your egotistical, small minded, narrow views of life and what you can gain from others and status and all that bullshit that when you evolve, you realize it's just bullshit. So that's my thing for you. And some of you may have kids, and some of you may rediscover how to be a kid. So, but I think with this partner, if you allow this partner in your life and for things to happen naturally, you will have a lot of fun together, and you most likely will be the kids, because I think a lot of people who chose this reading are either old souls or you know um, people who are older physically, and so they're not really looking to have children, but they would be good parents anyway, right? It's just So some of you may be surprise parents, some of you may adopt, or some of you may inherit a kid from a relative who passes away and you need to take care of them. And some of you may just be the kids in a way in this and having a lot of fun together. But I definitely see some sort of kids. I'm just mixing this because in case I need to draw them for the third pile while I finish telling you about your reading. And always remember, take the readings from your heart chakra. Whatever is coming your way is always what your heart accepts, and the rest that doesn't resonate, you just leave it and it'll just help you relax more and more. Because this is guidance. It's not how your future will be, because you shape your future every moment of your life and you co-create with the universe. So stop behaving like, you know, victims. You're not victims. This brings me to pile number 3. Alright. This is the black kyanite. Great for, that's a little flower, a dried flower that I had. I like dried flowers. I like a lot of stuff. Anything druid-like I'm good with. It's very relaxing. Oh wow, look at this. Lover's match. Love is in the air. Love, 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 love. Love is in the air. Alright, so here I see this is to do with love and work. You are someone who is spiritual, and I think you have had some hard times at work for whatever, but whatever situation you're in, you can get out at any point. It's up to you how you think, and your higher consciousness is aware of this. I think a lot of you may be fire signs who pick this, and your partner is probably in air signs and could also be earth. You're very intuitive, you're very much a healer, probably an oracle reader, someone who is very in tune with um, everything around. All your wishes are coming to be, and the more you meditate, the better it will be. And your partner, if you don't have one already, it'll be someone who is in a way a little feminine, like you, gentle, but also, strong, and someone who is into meditation. I think you will meet in that way. You may both have a lot of air sign in you, and sometimes this can block you in communication because you keep your feelings inside tight, so you just need to work on those a little and kind of let go of um, trying to control yourself and Um, Stop worrying about just showing, you know, the best side. Let your imagination flow a little more. Be a little less rigid in the things you're doing, and you can be very much a hard working person, but sometimes you just need to sit and smell the roses and literally just meditate, enjoy life. And that's what you're called on to do here. Don't worry about money as much. Money won't be an issue anymore, and there is definitely a change here going on inside of you for the positive. You just have to allow this in your life. And there's fast change happening here. You got the Trink of Five there. So you just have to allow this change to happen and allow your um, power of, as a magician, you're very much someone who can bring things into reality once you have your mindset on something. It actually comes in reality fast. I think you may have experienced that in your past. You're a very good manifester, so you can go both ways. You can be a good positive manifester and a good negative manifester. You need to look more into your spirituality and take into account your need to learn, to expand, but also the need you have to speak to yourself in a more gentle and kind manner. And you need to be the one doing that. And that will bring you all the fortune, because when you are kind to yourself, then other people will be as well. And that will allow you to move into the higher frequency, which is where you want to be, because that's where you will achieve everything you want to achieve. Again, I see you have a good mix here of all the chakras, sort of. You know, um, Definitely communication is very important for you to look at, and how you talk to yourself about your current money situation. It may be a little dire, and how you look at the past and the heartbreak. you know if you have a loved one who passed away, they're saying we have been together in dreams, so you have been around either your spirit guide or someone who passed. Achievement, win the award, accolade, or contract. You're definitely going to be successful. You are stopping the flow right now, and sometimes it's okay when not all parts of us are on board. That can happen. We have to honor every part of us and integrate them in order to be able to move forward. The elements of fire, air, earth, and water combine to create powerful protective boundaries: spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional. Again, that's why you're probably stopping the flow a little bit, is because it takes time to bring all this stuff together. And it's okay, take your time. Protection, strong protective magic for the family and the home. So you are protective in this journey. Don't worry about it. Just follow your instinct, do your thing, and don't let the fear stop you. You can get out of whatever you feel trapped into at any time, especially when it's work related. You were born with that it quality. Do you want to know what's really beautiful? Confidence. Do you want to know what's really powerful? Persistence. Do you want to know what's really sexy? Please, I know about sexy. That's the universe talking, by the way. Not needing to be needed. And if still they don't notice your good looks, your strength, and your sachet, could you feel more sorry for them? Tally hoo, the universe. So it's pretty funny. Tally ho, whatever. I like these cards. They're so. But a lot of times also, because you're obviously someone who has achieved a lot, you may feel guilty if you're around people um, who look like they are underachievers. Don't, you know, um, you don't have to be arrogant around your achievements. You just, to enjoy them, right? Like, it's you work hard for things, you should enjoy things. You shouldn't really feel bad for stuff. So that's all I'm saying here. That's all the cards are saying. And definitely, just look at all your chakras. Start from the root chakra is very important, and then move up, and just go through them, all of them. The only one that is not really here is the crown chakra. So, and that's because you're very connected to the universe. You just need to allow the just allow your light to come out, allow your greatness to come out. You were born this way, so feel lucky, be appreciative, but also enjoy it. I don't know how else to explain. It's not about being arrogant or whatever. It's about, when you're given a gift of being good at doing something, you need to go and do it. Because if you don't, you're not doing what you're meant to do. And your higher self knows always what you're meant to do. Our brain is fear-based, so our brain often lies to us. You need to connect your heart chakra with your mind, and then you will be able to get all the answers you need at the right time, and you'll know exactly what to do always. Because anybody can do this, and you especially, more than other people, you are very, very much in tune with the Akashic record, you can literally tune into things. So do it. And you have people around you as well who are very good at this, like your mother, someone in your family. Communication is key. Focus on that and know that this person that you're either already met or you're gonna meet is a fated meeting. You guys need to work your differences out, and once you do, you'll have one of the best relationships together. And this also goes at work. So if you're finding yourself fighting with someone in your workplace, it's really time that you pay attention and you work things out. And you are up for big changes in the positive direction, shedding of old bad habits you don't need anymore, and moving into a new era. So there's gonna be a little bit of heartbreak here and there where, when you let go of the old, there's always that melancholy. But you'll be fine overall. Just go with the flow, allow fortune to come in, and focus on it. And you should all be well. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button and share and leave a comment. Which pile did you choose? What resonated with you? What didn't resonate with you? Do you have other kinds of readings you'd like to have that are spiritually based, not like stupid, what my future holds kind of stuff? I'm more than glad to, adapt. And other than that, I hope you're having a beautiful day. It's certainly great out there. I'm sorry not more people showed up for the stream, to have a nice chat and stuff, but I bet everybody's probably busy, with this and that. And I'm not very pushy in asking people to show up either. I don't see the point in being pushy in those things. So I'll let you go, and I'll make sure to load this up on the other channels so you can have the readings on the other channels as well. Thank you for being part of this, and I hope that next time we'll have more people, so it'll be even more fun. Although I clearly have lots of fun on my own. And I will be streaming in a little bit. I am just going to read a book. I want to share some stuff with people, so I'll be doing it a little later after I take a little break now. Ciao belly. Thank you. See you soon.